Good morning. My name is Seher Kool, and I serve as President-elect on the Board of Trustees of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Spartanburg. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you who have joined us here and those who are joining us virtually. Our congregation is a welcoming one, where everyone is accepted for who they are. If this is your first time visiting us, we are pleased to have you here. Please feel free to fill out a visitor's card and place it in the offering plate during the service. The visitor cards are located in a pocket on the back of the chair in front of you. We would love to meet you and provide you with information about our beloved congregation. There are many important announcements on the sheet titled Connect at the back of your bulletin this morning. Please open your bulletin to see all that you can be a part of. There are a few highlights. On Sunday 19th, following our morning service, we will hold our annual meeting. This is a time to elect new officers, vote on our new budget, approve an updated contract for Scott, and celebrate all we have done together as we launch into a new year of service. This is a vital and joyful gathering. Please plan to attend. On April 21st, 28th, and May 5th, following the Sunday morning service, we will hold informational meetings to prepare for the annual meeting. Come to learn more about what we will vote on. Please bring your questions, comments, and great ideas to discuss so we can give you the needed information prior to the annual meeting. Members of Finance and the board will be there to listen and answer your questions. Thank you all for being here today, for making room for each and every one, for your unwavering support, and for being the kind of people who strive to make the world a better place.
Good morning. My name is Robin Carter, and I will be your worship associate this morning. We will begin by lighting our chalice with a reading from the Navajo people, which remains the largest tribe in North America today. It is found in your gray hymnal, but it's also printed in your order of service if you'd like to follow along. Beauty is before me, and beauty is behind me. Above me and below me hovers the beautiful. I am surrounded by it. I am immersed in it. In my youth, I am aware of it. And in my old age, I shall walk quietly the beautiful trail. In beauty, it is begun. In beauty, it is ended. Join now in congregational hymn number 21, For the Beauty of the Earth.
Source of all
you, Taffy. We share joys and concerns at our Rippling Bowl, as is our custom here at UUCS. Releasing a shell or stone into the water creates a ripple where joys can be multiplied or sorrows lessened. This is a time-honored tradition where we are encouraged to release our joys and sorrows into this caring community. Over the years, I have noticed that several of you use this as a time to silently release one of what author Anne Lamott calls one of 3 essential prayers: help, thanks, wow. We gather at the Rippling Bowl, and I hope to see some of you also say, help, thanks, wow. Come as we share our joys and concerns together. So beautiful. The words of our congregational covenant capture who we are, what we value, and how we strive to live together in this world without the requirement of a shared belief. The words are not passive, they're active. It's something we reach for, fail at, and then aim for again. The words of the covenant are printed in today's order of service, and I invite you to please join me in speaking these living words together. With courage we say, we are a people of faith and hope. Together we covenant to strive to become our better selves, to honor both the critical mind and the generous heart, to prove that diversity need not mean divisiveness, and to respond to systems of violence and oppression with the power of a love beyond belief. Back in 2021, when we were just returning to in-person services on the back lawn, do y'all remember this? Social distancing was still pretty critical. We were still navigating, returning together. And we were trying to do the greeting, the Rippling Bowl, and the offering all at the same time. Do y'all remember this? And that is when I dubbed this time Holy Chaos. We don't do all of these things at the same time anymore, but the phrase stuck. Maybe because greeting one another, it's still true that it's holy chaos. I hope you love this time as much as I do. So please take a few moments to connect with those around you, being considerate of everyone's personal preference for greetings. Feel free to remain seated if desired, and I'm going to call us back, I hope. So don't get too carried away, but may the holy chaos begin. To wrangle everybody back, and Taffy said, "No, I got this," and then y'all did it. That's amazing. That never happens when I try, so good job, Taffy. All right. So when we share our gifts, each one of us sharing who we are and what we have to offer, gifts of time and energy, of vision and resources, our gifts combine. We can create something greater than us all. We care for one another and for our community, and we do this together. Our Share the Plate recipient this month is SCUJA, which is just fun to say, SCUJA, which stands for the South Carolina Unitarian Universalist Justice Alliance. You got it. It's an organization that you can read more about under Justice in the back pages of your Connect. Half of all undesignated gifts and all designated gifts will go to support this partner organization that works to center the voices and authority of people experiencing injustice in our state. Together, we can create the world that we know is possible. In this spirit, let us share our financial gifts to support and expand the fiscal budget of this community that we cherish.
silence falls. Meditate, contemplate, sending love to all. Sturdy branches grow and grow, wrapped in silver bark. Roots are drinking falling rain, leaves hear songs of larks. Be at peace like a tree when each spring's renewed, pure and vital and divine, precious gifts to you, gifts of breath to you, to you.
Join me in silence. This weekend has been the Churchwide retreat at the mountain, and 40 of our friends are still there. I came back yesterday to be with you this morning and to attend a beautiful collaboration between Ballet Spartanburg, Converse Chorale, the Spartanburg Master Chorale, and the orchestra from the Petrie School of Music at Converse, who presented Carmina Burana last night. It was incredible. For the retreat weekend the past 2 years, we have worshiped together via live stream. We have live streamed the service from the mountain to here. We never knew if it would work quite right, but somehow it did. But this year we are having 2 parallel services. The past 2 years, Scott has come to be with you, and I have stayed at the mountain. But this year we flipped that around so that I could be at Converse last night to hear my daughter sing. And this morning, I am grateful to be here with all of you. We are sharing the same order of service, and while some of the music is different, Scott and I are sharing the same meditation in both places. I'm sure it will be a little bit different, but it's the same. Although we are in multiple places, we are connected. So let's think about our interconnectedness with each other, with all beings, and with this world. We live in such a beautiful world. Every time I travel to the mountain, I am awed by the experience of deep time and the deep interconnectedness of our lives and our world. Those mountains which hold us began to form as mountains over 250 million years ago. But that is recent history, because rocks from which they have formed came into being 1 billion years ago. And for those of us here down the mountain this morning, take heart, because the erosion of water and wind and time have brought those ancient minerals to the soil beneath our feet, the soil on which our church is built and in which grows our sacred grove here at UUCS. Crowning the ancient mountain where some of our friends are this morning is a grove of dwarf white oaks, trees stunted in their growth by the eroding winds that travel up the Georgia Piedmont and surge over the face of that mountain. Just down the mountain, crossing a small stream and valley to adjoining elevations, these same oak trees tower 30 feet or more into the air. These beautiful, strong trees have been dated between 400 and 600 years old. Some of these trees took root before the time of Columbus, before the English language was heard on this continent, before the United States even existed. How gracious of these ancient beings to welcome us into their circle and to share their oxygen with us. Imagine the wisdom they hold in their bark and branches. Imagine if we listened to their voices when the old eroding wind, the fresh pollinating wind passed murmuring through their branches. When spring rains wash the mountain to slowly carry sediment to the Piedmont, those rains wash the face of these old, old stones. And the rain works magic, turning to bright and living green a small lichen found on many of these stones, called pot scrapings by the Cherokee because of their charred appearance in winter. But in the spring rain, they awaken and vivify. These lichen grow at a rate of about 1 inch every 100 years. In other words, some of these lichen gently holding to these ancient stones are over 1,000 years old. When the eastern band of the Cherokee took refuge in these mountains, fleeing the forced march they sustained themselves on these lichen. Our world is beautiful. It is ancient. It is the ground we walk on and the air we breathe. It holds us. It sustains us. It nourishes us. And it saves us. No wonder healers of all kinds have found that simply walking through forests with their patients facilitates deep connection and healing in the most shadowed souls. And so now, we want to invite everyone to leave this service in gratitude for this world and to bathe in its glory and beauty. It is especially beautiful today. The sun is shining, the sky is clear blue, the new green of the trees, the newly blooming flowers. I'm about to be your favorite minister, just hang on. We're going to simply end the service now in this space. No last reading, no closing hymn. It is an invitation to leave this space in gracious silence, much like the stones and the trees, many of which were planted here by Harold Hatcher. The stones and the trees that encircle and hold us in this sacred grove. I invite you to spend the balance of our time outside, just listening in gratitude for the beauty and wisdom that surrounds us and gives us life. If you are watching online, I invite you to turn off the video and rest. Rest inside or out. Rest in darkness or light. Rest in the world we share. So let us go now in grateful silence to touch deeply the beauty of this world of which we are one brief, beautiful, vital